Are we on? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights. Cameras.
This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
Good music here, good vibes, that's all it is. Hey, also watch out, just in a couple of days we'll be premiering our Just Vibes. You can't afford to miss that. The team, the whole squad, Debs, Trip, I mean, you name them, they're all on there. AC,
Reggie,
Anna, everybody.
What?
Anna was in the promo as well.
Anna as well. Yes, Anna was in that as well. So you, I did mention that. Well, what's going to happen is that you have to watch to find out exactly how the Just Vibes conversation is going to go. Like, you can't afford to miss it. It's happening here on the show. Well, once again, if you're logged on to Plus 89.9 FM, thank you very much as well. We'd love to hear from you in our conversations. So feel free to tweet, thread, snap, gram, and do all
everything.
Spill truth. Do it all. We're all there in our numbers, all right? But before we even jump into today's conversation that we're talking about, the fan armies, okay? And if these fan armies are always right, I'll tell you why in which context. Before that, though, Fan Ice, Ghana's #1 ice cream brand, has exciting news for all ice cream lovers. Now, 16th of July is World Ice Cream Day, and this year, before that, let me tell you my version of World Ice Cream Day. You have to buy me ice cream. Bro, I love gelato ice cream. Mm-hmm. This is my fan milk, man. Listen,
Thank God you are not a girl.
I'm going to squeeze. I'm going to buy fan ice, right? I'm going to buy fan ice like in a whole cup. Squeeze it in. Add some chocolate biscuits. Oh, my days.
Wow.
You're doing your meals to sell when you're a bar.
Fan ice. So nice. Listen, I'm going to do
I
that.
bought some fine nice 30 CDs and run J Fully.
That's good. Birthday gift.
30 CDs actually, just give me the number.
But you know what? It's World Ice Cream Day, and this year, Fun Ice is celebrating the day in grand style at the Accra Mall food court. There'll be lots of ice cream for everyone. Ooh, I'm there. Fun games to play and dance to good music. So all roads are leading to the Accra Mall this weekend, 15th and 16th of July, as we celebrate. That's where the party's happening from Cereal First. So as we celebrate the delightful experience of indulging in our favorite ice cream, Fun Ice is now available in American Vanilla 500 ml. Ooh, wow. And 900 ml, which is enriched in delightful chocolate chip inclusions to offer you more pleasure every scoop. You can also order Fan Ice through fan delivery on 0551 767676. Easy does it. 0551 767676. Come on, show some love, guys. Send ice cream to your girl. Send some Fan Ice to her, you know. Go like, ooh, so nice. They had a song, Fan Ice. So nice. Well, on the other hand, summer is here officially. You know that, right? Even though we have some rains in there, it's all good. And the Silverbird Cinemas presents the best movies for the weather. Yesterday, the weather was so cool in Accra here. Oh, man, it was so good. Perfect for movies. I don't know where you're watching, though, but I'm doing Fatal Seduction. Oof.
Is this seducing?
Go to Silverbird Cinemas. I'm telling you, bro. The Flash, Transformers, it's pretty cool. Rise of the Beast, you know that, right? Barbie, Mission Impossible. I so want to watch it. I've been talking about this for a while now. Indiana Jones, and the finals of Hollywood, Bollywood, and Nollywood movies, plus some top quality Ghanaian movies as well, are all showing at Silverbird. Just go onto their socials, at Silverbird Ghana, or on their website is silverbirdcinemas.com/West Hills and /Accra. Like they say, it's all about entertainment. But you can't go there without smiling, because if you smile, make sure you brush your teeth with Pepsodent. It's very important. If you're going to be going there and chewing popcorn afterwards and you get home, brush your teeth with Pepsodent. I don't know about how many people have that culture of brushing your teeth in the night, but please do. Please do. Some time back, I was talking about face mites. You know what face mites are?
Like small bugs
on your face,
yeah.
And they're on your face every time. You know they're harmless to your face, but you don't want to see small bugs creep on your face. So wash your face and brush your teeth. all those things you've been eating, because if you don't, it leads to tooth decay and gum disease, and in some cases, foul breath. Okay, so brush your teeth every morning and night with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, because it gives your teeth the protection it needs, leaving your teeth 10 times stronger. Okay, I'll tell you the two variants of Pepsodent on the market. There's the charcoal and the herbal. The charcoal whites, it gently polishes away the stains and naturally restores your bright smile. And the Pepsodent herbal toothpaste, which is formulated from carefully selected natural extracts and uniquely blended herbs, also releases, repairs, and protects gum tissues whilst giving you strong teeth. You can find Pepsodent at any retail shop near you, or you can call the customer care number on toll-free 0800 2030. Always remember to brush your teeth in the morning and before you sleep at night. Pepsodent, every smile matters. And later on, I'll tell you more about Bang & Olufsen, as well as I'll tell you about the NLA Star 959 Hush. All this and more lined up for the show this morning. But the fan armies, we're going to be talking about them this morning on the show. And are they always right? Look, you know how artists always find interesting names to give to their fan armies. Like there's the Sarknation, there's the what did the late Ebony call her? Did she have a name for hers? No. But Wendy she's got Shay Gang. Samini, has Samini got one for the fan armies?
High grade family.
High grade family. Stoneboy, the Bhimnation. There's a reason why they create these fan armies, and they play a major role in the artist's branding, development, promotion, and all that. Can an artist survive without a fan army? You have natural people, like have a natural organic following, but you want to create your fan army. You want to create entitlement. You want to create a certain border for the people who really love you, the people who would be always there for you and will amplify your music, as opposed to as the floating fans. First off, is it important for an artist to create a fan army? First off, then based on this conversation and this answer, let's slide it down to understanding the role of the fan armies and if they are right with some of the decisions they make as a fan army. Well, that's a conversation I want to open up this morning with our team in here, Candid, Olede, and Serial. And hello. I don't know, Cyril, did you have a fan army? Did you have a name for your army when you were...
no, it was just, what was it? No, nothing. But there was a fan page, but it just said...
what name would you have given them?
I never thought about it. It didn't exist back then.
Rilano.
Rilano. And Papi for pay royalties.
Rilano.
We didn't think about it. And it's I think even EL was latter day scrap before he came up with Aliens.
Yeah.
Then back, I don't...
Yes.
But it's very interesting.
Does D-Black have a fan army? No. I'm thinking about D-Black, J-Town, Gemini, Shaker, J-Soul.
No, I think back then hip-hop or rap didn't really need
because the rapper himself was the army. The rapper himself was the Rambo. Rambo doesn't have commando. Jet Li get army. Jet Li no get army.
Because it's true. Because you look at Jay-Z and you look at these of Kanye, they don't really have like, they have fans, they have stands.
Exactly, you have stands, you have fans.
They don't actually have like a name given to them. Yeah, you know, for some reason.
We don't have a collective. It's more of a
so
pop.
This is a culture that's been created by us.
Yeah, it's a pop thing.
In Africa.
It's a pop thing.
No. Beehive. What did Rihanna call her? I forgot the
Navy Gang.
All that.
What does Rihanna call her fan army?
Navy Gang.
Navy Gang. She didn't name it after like Rihanna.
No.
Rihanna. It's not like Beehive.
Rihanna.
I'm curious to know why. I'm curious to know why, and I'm sure it's because they wanted to be identified as a collective. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes when your fans are scattered, it's very difficult to coordinate.
Sean Carter is.
You know the answer. What is it?
Didn't know Jay-Z's own.
In the foreign.
Sean Carter's.
It's Kotuka.
Oh.
Bro,
you knew that. I'll show it to me. I show.
We are a very serious institution. We are very. You know, we are a very serious institution.
We're going to do the show without you. My theory is that the fan armies for these mega pop stars are just a way to kind of cordon off fans into a place where they can consistently sell them things, fashion, makeup, lifestyle, events, and experiences. But Serial is not selling anything. J. Cole is not the reason why you're going to go buy makeup or hair sure, a sneaker a Nike or a Puma or an Adidas might do something with Kanye, but you don't need to be a Kanye fan to appreciate the sneakers. Kanye doesn't need to gather all his fans in one corner and perpetually sell to them. But that's what we keep having with these pop stars and the pop fan bases. Fenty, when Rihanna started the whole Fenty thing, so all her fans, they kind of kick-started it first. Every deal that's fashion or makeup related that Beyonce gets, it goes to her fans first. And they've built that cult-like following that makes it possible for brands to spend that money with them. So if you're giving Beyonce $200 million, you are assured that there's a billion people, diehard, who will care about it. Exactly. Who will care about it. Even if 10% of that billion.
So the creation of their fan armies was more business-oriented than...
Yes, because why... If Beyonce is selling,
being afraid that you will lose your fans.
Exactly.
But Minaj doesn't sell anything.
But
she got a gang.
I don't think it's intentional though.
I think
it just came as part of.
I don't think
part of it.
I don't think marketing or corporate created it, but they saw the value in leveraging it on it.
Yeah.
Because why would Rihanna be selling makeup and now have to compete with Adele fans, Beyonce fans, Ariana Grande fans, all that? So it's easier if the whole time she's doing music, she just gathers all her fans to one room.
Yeah.
Calls them Navy, whatever.
Navy gang,
You know, this is my people. Whatever. When I say jump, they jump.
Right.
So when she brings Fenty, she doesn't need to go and concern herself with Beehive.
She has her audience.
And no, she has a billion people waiting for her in this room. She just goes and say, Fenty, buy. Then boom, Rihanna's a billionaire because Fenty sales skyrocketed.
Right.
And we've seen this with even Kim Kardashian. Even though she's not a musician, she has a diehard Kim K, whatever I don't know their name, but they have a collective.
Yeah.
And anything Kim K touches, 2-3 days is sold out on the shelf. It's made $500 zillion out of nowhere. I'm like, what? You understand? I think that's Beyonce. Look at Beyonce's tickets. Beyonce has some of the fast. I think only Drake's last concert sold out in 27 minutes.
Right.
I think that's the only one that beat
Kim Kardashian's fans are dashikis.
Oh,
that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We'll get your medicine. It's coming.
Hurry
with the dash before you start taking his clothes off.
You dispatch of.
I think Drake sold out quicker than Beyonce, but Beyonce had the title because she announced
and she activates with her fans. Right?
Exactly. They put a pre-order link out. The Beehive people went and filled all their details, jewel, candid, age, everything, blah blah. So the day they said tickets are here, everybody just got a notification and said, buy. So in a matter of 20-30 minutes, millions of... And if a ticket is $120, and you have 50 million people who click buy... Why should I be worrying in life?
You fill 80,000 capacity in 10 seconds.
Exactly.
And it's sold out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for them, there's a business angle.
What do you think? I mean, I want to believe it's not enough to do music, right? So what do you think has contributed to the fans really being diehard followers of these artists or these personalities? Because the conversation we're having today, are the fans always right? When I was thinking about it, I looked at it at how we look at business, right? In business or in entrepreneurship, we say the client is always right, right? So does that mean that we are doing this to please the fans and meet the needs of the fans, or we need to...
Can you go back to your first question? I don't know if you remember it, what you just said before. It was a good one that I wanted to ask.
What are the artists, what are the brands or the personalities doing to meet the needs of these fans? Is that what you're saying, or you're talking about
I feel it's just
entrepreneurship?
You said why? You said why the need for memory fee?
Something around that.
Something around that. Why the fan base? Why is the need for the fan base?
The fan base.
I'm saying that.
Why are the artists?
Why are the artists? Yes. Why are artists seeing the need to meet or why are the artists seeing the importance to meet the needs?
No. See, why are the fans? Why do the fans feel the need to join a fan base?
The fan base. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But the first one too is also valid. Why are the artists also creating fan bases? Because now I understand what you're saying, which makes sense that sometimes these fan bases created by these international artists or Western artists are created on purposes of business, and there's data collection in addition to that to help reach, understand the dynamics of their fan bases, the culture, their behaviors, where they are, all those things. I mean, why would I want to create the fan base and then not know them?
So based on that,
so there's business. So I'm very sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
there's business.
So I'm looking.
So let's come to our side of the town.
Exactly.
What are our artists creating fan bases for?
And are the fan bases giving
bragging
them
rights?
Bragging what?
Bragging rice. There's plain rice, jollof rice, rice and beans, and bragging rice.
Yeah, because I don't know if there's any particular intentionality on why the need to. Maybe it's not for data collection purposes. Maybe it's just for a sense of belonging. Maybe it's for being able to activate your music, and having a certain constant available community to help you push your thing when you are. But is that the way to go? Is that the reason why a lot of artists because they don't have labels, they fall on fan armies to be able to activate and hence the reason why maybe our music isn't connecting to places, because these fan armies also create rivalry among themselves.
Exactly.
And because of that, crossing over, you're a member of that, you're a Sarknative, you are this, you are high grade, I don't want to be associated with you, you are
I think now it becomes more it becomes more emotional
movement.
It becomes more emotional and personal than being a strategic community or being a strategic enterprise. And even in the West, it's the same thing. The Beehive, have their reservations about the Navy Gang. The Navy Gang equally have the reservations about the Beehive. In Nigeria, you have the 30BG going after the Wizkid FC.
So do our artists have a certain do they know the it can't put back to data. They don't know the fan base.
For us, I would even want us to look at this conversation through the eyes of the fans, because we've talked about the artists, or we've talked about we've concentrated a lot on the artists and what the artists.
So from the fans' perspective,
right? What value are they giving to the artist? As if I say I'm a Beam native, what value am I giving to the brand Stonebwoy, right? And that Stonebwoys think about me and my needs, okay? Because
which needs would that be?
No, like no, definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not your socio-economic needs. I'm talking about, because we talked just yesterday. We were talking about how we needed the old Kwesi back, right? We were talking as fans, right? We shifted away, or we moved away from just being cultural journalists and talking about the evolution of an artist. We were talking as fans, saying that we missed the singlets Kwesi. We missed the filling station Kwesi. But on another day, on another platform, if we put on our objective lens, we would have said that Kwesi has evolved, right? So at what point would we as a fan, or we as fans, have a hold of what the artist is supposed to be? Do you get what I'm saying? Because we fell in love with you for a particular reason, and we've been following you for a particular reason. And that's why sometimes when I have this conversation, I give props to the Shatta Wale fans. Shatta Wale has not evolved since the time he came back to rebrand. He's been consistent. The Shatta Wale brand, he's been consistent throughout, and the fans have stuck with him throughout, right? Anything that Shatta does, the fans follow him. You have not seen maybe Shatta trying to do something different from what we don't know him to be, right? But we've seen some of our artists, try to evolve, trying to try this and try that and try that and try that. Yeah. So if you ask me, a perfect example is Shatta Wale, because he's still meeting the needs of the fans that followed him from the beginning. He's still serving their interest, right? But at what point do we say, what?
That's a very good one. So is it the fan base that is on a low-key, subtle note, directing the artist and what you should do? Because the artist might be afraid of losing them if he's to change his. Let's say, example, maybe my brother Charles Nyama-Mensah decides to take a certain different corporate approach to how he addresses industry issues. Because we know he's very vocal and he uses his social media platforms. But now we see him now trying to organize corporate functions, inviting stakeholders, and try to have a certain narrative
which is
off-brand. It's not in your face. How will the fan base take it?
How would even the fans evolve?
Yes.
in
Will the fans
trying to
evolve?
as well? Because
Yes.
the artist is always
In fact,
say
do
the
the
artist
fans
should
evolve?
That's
No.
the big question.
The fans have the advantage. They just switch.
Fans don't evolve.
They don't evolve. They
They
don't.
just switch
They switch to what?
to whoever is producing what they want. So,
they leave
nobody's
They leave their
exclusive.
loyalty.
Yeah,
They betray their
the
loyalty. To the
loyalty
artist.
is conditional. With the fan, the loyalty is conditional to the fact that you remain
Who we see you to be.
who I'm loyal to. But if you, the artist, change, then now I have the opportunity to explore whether I want to
I
accept
want to or not.
your changed demeanor, change with you, or stay stuck to what I like and find somebody who will give me
What you're looking for.
what I'm looking for. That's the advantage that the fans have. You know.
But you see, all things being equal, the responsibility of the fan is to drive the product of the person they follow. All things being equal, right? The reason why, we are big on fan bases, and we always say, even as an upcoming artist, your first step of your artist development is to try and build your own community. Because when everything goes south, it's your community that will actually hold you down, right? But when the product is getting to a point where it needs to evolve, what does the fan do, or what must the fan do to maintain the energy? Yesterday, I think, was it yesterday, we talked about how Sark has evolved, running the 100 meters and all that. But if you notice, Sark's fans have equally evolved with him. They are ready to defend why Sark is doing what he's doing today. Not many fans do that for other artists. You get it? So the dynamics is different. Is it that the fans don't know the power they have? Or the fans are, pretty much trying to fit in whilst the world is moving into a particular direction?
Okay, not to talk about Sark too much, but Sark has grown his brand in various ways that are even non-musical. From the way he dresses, the kind of engagements he puts himself into, the kind of people he associates himself with, that is all to provide some kind of green flag to us of the kind of mindset that he has, so that he can connect with a few other people. You might not be a rap fan, you might not be a hip-hop fan, you might not even be a Sarkodie fan, but if you see Sark hanging out at events with Mr. Mwabeng, or chilling with Cheddar or something, that's even non-musical, but that gets you thinking, okay, what kind of person is this? So when he's not doing music, this is how, but I know say that they listen to music, but I feel the way they move. You hear people say that. That's it. So you need to be multidimensional in your brand. Even though you can be consistent in the kind of music you make, right? You need to extend your personality to various other things to bring on other fans. Majority of serial fans are not hardcore rap fans. People come in my page and say, I like what you said. I saw what you did here, blah, blah. It has nothing to do with rap, right? I could have shut up and just been rapping, but Koja Daily. So it's depending on what you want to do. A lot of artists only do that. Studio sound performance. Beyonce is not doing any TED Talks. So she's not to say intellectuals are not Beyonce's fans. She has a lot of intellectual fans, but if she was on an intellectual circuit, she'll get people who are fans of hers for her intellect first and music second. Do you get it? If Rihanna, Beyonce, everybody was doing, like now we respect, people are Rihanna fans because she's an entrepreneur. She was pregnant, she wasn't doing music for 6 years, she still made $1 billion. So people are messing with Rihanna simply because she can hustle. You understand? People say the same thing about Jay-Z. Jay-Z, I know should I get Jay-Z favorite song go, but hey, the business.
Like the way they move.
DJ Khaled no rap before.
Right.
But biggest artist out there on the planet. So people respect his hustle. So your fans will definitely come based on what you are doing. And you need to find enough active and creative things to do that you can get different fan markets.
So can the fan place a demand on the artist they are following? Do they have that power to place a demand? We know the artist has a mind on its own, right? On its own, doing what he does. He wants to, today he's doing Afrobeats, tomorrow he wants to do Afro pop, he wants to do Afro soul. But he built majority of his fan base from doing Afrobeats, right? And if the artist decides to diversify or evolve into another, genre of music, can a fan say, no, We don't like that. We want you to do what
Yeah,
you
but
do.
it's entitlement. Shensia's interview was proof of that, where she's known as a dancehall bad girl doing the raga and everything, and we all love her, but she said she wanted to go do pop.
Yeah.
And now her fans are coming at her that no, that's not what we like, but that's entitlement.
Yeah, no, but the fact that it comes off as entitlement does not necessarily mean whether they are right or wrong. Because they are saying
wrong.
that if you are producing another product or you are giving us another product, we may not have the energy to drive it as much as we.
Yes, but I have not stopped producing the old product, so you shouldn't have a problem.
No, but that shouldn't be my problem.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
I don't know
all
if
I'm saying is that
sense.
if a fan likes you because you are doing reggae, right, and you're still doing reggae, but you want to try rap, you are looking
Branch
for
off a
rap
bit and
fans.
come back to it. I mean,
You are looking for rap
necessarily
fans.
that
Your reggae fans don't have any problem to ball.
No, but that's just one out of a million.
That's why I use the word
possibilities.
entitlement, because the fan feels like because they kind of validate your art or they give your art a platform, a reception, they have the right to tell you what to do.
I mean,
So that's when the fan base becomes toxic.
it's like me opening another Instagram account, and once I switch from the old one and I open a new one, unless I'm opening a new one, but I can post something else other than what I regularly post to just keep the people, just let them know that I can do that as
Yeah,
well.
but
But if I open another account and I start, and I'll tell you what, an artist like Trigmatic, I do remember that the Trig that we knew. Okay, about
rapper,
the
blah,
rapper,
blah.
yes, when he dropped his those two hot singles that shot him.
Nobody knows tomorrow.
Nobody knows tomorrow. Yes, and there was an Azonto era, and I remember in the conversation with Trig, he wanted to stay true to what he was good at. You understand? And it cost him. It cost him losing a certain fan base because the fan base had moved, had switched in expectation for something from him. But even in that, he still now kept consistent with what he does till now. Trig does a lot of African music, if I can say that.
And you know what gave Trig also a bump with a more diverse audience in the early days when he did that cover for Hold Ya. Yeah,
Yes,
everyone feel Hold Ya.
Yeah.
That brought reggae, raga, dancehall, rap people
all together.
all for Trig.
Yeah.
Where Nobody Knows Tomorrow was more of a familiar kind of our whole life stories, very impactful. We all used to listen to Nobody Knows Tomorrow and jam because it was reflective and this guy be deep and blah 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 blah. But you get the kind of football vibes and things from that kind of Nobody Knows Tomorrow vibe. But when he did Hold Ya, he brought that commercial appeal, that bad boy, that sexy lyrics, and everybody connected with it. And Trig was jamming in the club. Because when they mix the Egyptian Hold Ya, they play L's version, there was a few other versions, they throw Trig's on. Trig's was the biggest. And that held him down for a solid year, if not more. Even, I dare say, nobody was playing Nobody Knows Tomorrow in the clubs.
Of course not.
Or at the party celebrating. But Hold Ya, which was out of his genre, his core genre, is what opened up a lot of his mixed bag fan base. So that mixed bag fan base now has got used to an artist who is possibly diverse in that way.
Okay.
Then now he says, I want to focus on holistic, African-centered music. I want to go a bit technical. I want to focus on me, blah, blah, blah. The mistake on both sides that I see is that the fans thought, no, we like you the way you did. It's none of the fans' business. That's why I said it's entitlement. Artists evolve. If your favorite artist wants to change, the old music is there. Like people were telling us about Kwesi Arthur. If you want to listen to Kwesi Arthur, go and listen to old one. People were asking me, I've heard, I'm sorry. You understand?
That's what they said.
They came on Twitter and said, what am I saying? I should go and listen to the old one. I beg you, I'll listen.
Present continuous is what we want.
If old Trig is what you want to listen to, there's a ton of old Trig out there. But if you're a fan based on his artistry and his creativity and you really like the persona of the person, you follow them on their journey. Because God knows we followed Kanye. We followed young producer Kanye. When he went psycho and became rapper Kanye, we followed him. He did a whole album with Jay-Z. We followed him. When he was Kim Kardashian's wife and he wasn't doing music for 2 years, there about gallivanting fashion shows, doing all these weird clothes and all that, we followed Kanye. Nobody ever said, oh my God, Kanye is doing fashion now, so I'm not going to like Kanye's music. Because every time Kanye drops something...
He lost fans, though.
Yes,
He
that's
lost
what
a
I'm
lot
saying.
of
That
fans.
with every journey, people, not everybody
They'll
will
follow.
go with you. Do you get it? Even when we are in this office and we close and we say, make we go chop. Based on the food we decide, some people will drop from the list. Based on where we are getting that food, further people.
Or sometimes the numbers will increase.
Or
And
exactly.
we can't pay.
Exactly. So you get it. Everybody say, oh, we go chop. So watch it. Oh, I no go chop watch it. So 5 people drop. Where you go get the watch it from? Fried talk. Oh, I want this one rather. So that's the same way.
But don't you think it's fair to the fans to say that if I were to discover you because of the type of music that you're listening to, and then you just decide to go ahead and go left, like I feel like I should have a say so.
Yeah, that's
I should, just like Sam Smith.
Yeah.
I feel like Sam Smith. When I
very
first
good.
heard him, I thought he was a black man. I did. I thought he was a black man, and I liked him even more that he was a white man. Who was singing
He sounds like
soulful
Tank.
R&B.
It sounds like Tank.
But now he's changed
He's
his
gone
whole
way,
appearance.
way out of pocket.
Like,
way out of pocket.
right.
And that's the beauty of being a fan. So now you don't like the new Sam Smith.
Go and listen to old.
That's all. Either you listen to the. You see, you cannot hold the artist hostage to your
The
fandom.
fan wants a certain continuous love.
The fan should go away.
Yeah,
The
because,
fan-
because
the
I
fan-
think, and that's where
Hey,
the
Mr.
difficulty
James.
comes in. You see,
Hey, hello.
I know, seriously, the fans want to know that, one, the fan feels like I have committed. Do you know that I have committed my time
To listen to
liking
you. I've given you money,
I've
Seth.
given you money
I've
yes,
streamed your
I have.
music. I've come
So
to your concert.
the fans entitlement is like at this point in
How
time.
much are you? Give me $9.99.
Yes.
Paying your bill.
So the fans feel like they are called to you on whatever they
Exactly.
are asking of. is
Exactly.
and artists feel very threatened when their fans ask and they don't deliver.
Yes.
Because you put all your eggs
Because-
in one basket.
well,
That's what I'm
obviously.
saying.
So so some artists have decided have managed to like pardon my French, the fans.
Yeah.
And create new fans,
new fans. Yeah,
and leave you the old fan hanging.
Yeah.
But to
And
do
we
that,
the
you
one
have
that
to be like
made
a
you.
Kanye. You have to be like a
Yeah.
Kanye.
Listen, when Jay-Z said he didn't care if gangbangers and drug dealers and murderers and hood boys were no longer listening to Jay-Z. When he did Reasonable Doubt, when he was old Jay-Z talking about drugs and the streets and the corners, that was the fan base. And he was like, you know what? I want to marry the biggest pop star and go live somewhere in the country and be a business mogul. And I can't be rapping and saying these things if I'm going to do that. So I need to go into Hove mode. And he did that. He cut ties with Dame Dash. He literally cut off people to elevate to where he needs to be. And even the fans, he's selling out, he's changed, he's become uppity, he's white now, no problem. Where Jay-Z wanted to go, he went there. He got new fans along the way. The artist needs to know that each decision they take with regards to the direction
cost
of
them
their brand
something.
it's not going to be free. That's the thing. People don't want to take the risk, right? You don't want to take the risk. Sam Smith now, we can say what we want to say. He's crazy, he's become this, he's become that. That's our opinion. But he's ready for that risk. And guess what? He's still selling stadiums. You might not like him, but the last concert I saw
I
with
made
him
him,
in pardon?
But you see, that's what I was going to say.
The last concert I saw of Sam Smith was in lingerie, sweetie. Sam Smith was wearing lingerie
I
somewhere.
know.
He dived off a
I
stage and
know.
he didn't catch him.
Bro,
but guess what?
I
The
don't wanna
stadium was full.
See, I don't want. See, like I said, we give the artist too much credit. Anytime we talk in defense of the artist. I want us to still see the thing through the lens of the fans. I made Sam Smith who he is today.
It's a lie.
No, I'm speaking as a fan. No, I'm just speaking as a fan. I'm giving an example, right? Anybody who listened to the Sam Smith we knew made Sam Smith who he is today. You are nothing without the fans.
It's a lie.
If
It's
you
true.
like,
It's true.
If you like, start your music career and don't have even 2 fans.
Sweetie.
Start your music
the
career,
fan
maybe have-
is nothing
See,
without
there's a difference.
belonging.
No, I'm
Listen.
saying that, bro. It's like business. If you have a product and there's no demand for your product,
But there's some artists that have been daring
Olel.
enough
No, I'm coming.
not to have
like I said, today
fans.
we are speaking for the fans.
Yeah, I'm
Am
saying
I
that,
hot?
yeah.
Am I
A
hot or
fan-
the AC is not AC?
You are hot.
It's not easy.
You are
It's
hot.
not easy.
You are. The heat is crap.
No, I know I'm hot, but like
I'm saying
like
that,
fresh
Jay.
and cutie hot,
We
but like-
we speak for the artists all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that without a market, without a demand for your product,
No, the fan.
your product is as good as
That's what I'm
what's
saying. That
coming
no,
out
the
at
fan,
all.
the fan. Let's clarify this properly. Were we talking about like fan? Like I have like Bhimnatives or because I
mean,
I don't
they're
have
all-
I don't have
bro,
why they call her
fan
name?
names.
Bro,
Why
they're
they
all
call her
fans,
bro?
bro.
I'm saying
Bro,
I don't have a
we-
fan, but I have following.
No, be you say you be Spintex Shatter movement president,
I
Zola
belong-
president.
I
so why they
belong-
come call us?
I
Why they come call
belong
us,
to-
bro? Why they call us?
No, I know that I
What be the
belong
issue?
even.
I think this
I
is the perfect
associate
example.
with-
No,
You may
why
be,
they call us?
you may be an
Artists and their
SM
groups.
fan. You may be an SM
Why
fan.
they call us?
But you can relate to Stoneboy music.
I'm saying when he wants to do his example, he should use his own people.
Does that
for
make you?
example.
Does that make you? So
You take
I'm
it
asking
as-
you a question though.
Yes,
Does that
example.
make you? I'm asking you a question with another question. Does that make you a fan of Stoneboy or?
No, I'm a fan of. So that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
That let's understand the context properly. That liking Stoneboy, Sark, Black Sheriff, and all. Am I a fan of them, or I'm just a listener of their music?
You're a listener
Or
of
only
their-
when I start categorizing myself as maybe
Picking
a
a side.
Sheriko, then I am a Bimo,
I think
or a
fandom starts.
Staku, or a.
Fandom
I think
starts
that-
when
that
At
you
what
levels.
point in time do you become?
Yeah, I think that there's a level, or just like any product life cycle, there are levels to how you know you grow and big. I didn't just wake up one morning and decided to be a Black Sheriff fan. In fact, to be very honest, when I first heard someone, I was like, whoa, what is this? Why is the guy shouting? What's going on? Like, who's after him? He sounded so aggressive, so angry, cutlasses in the hand. I was like, bro, what's going on? Like, we know times are tough. Like,
Sure, when he watches his whole video.
bro, I chanced on the video 2021
Like, hey,
when he
make
was shooting
paper mini.
the second sermon. I'm like, bruh, what's going on, bro?
It's hard, but
it's like cool down. Like, we got you, bro. We got you. You want to talk to somebody? Talk to us. You get me? But over the time, I was like, no, the guy is actually more than what we saw in first and second sermon. The guy is actually an artist, So I started listening to his own music. Matter of fact, I had an initial interaction with him way back in my former place where I allowed him to come and perform, at a TV station I was working with at the time. And when he performed, it didn't give me any wow effect. I was like, okay, all right, Charlie, got the best, right? But over time, I started listening to his music. Then I started getting religious about listening to his music. Then slowly but sure, I started becoming a fan of his music. Now I can say like I am a religious fan of Black music. I don't see any wrong in him, but he's good at what he does. So I can go out anywhere and say, look, I'm a fan of Black music and I'll defend his music anytime, any day. That is the level I've gotten to. That's how I see the Bhimnative or the SM as a SM fan. But I always say that in as much as you want to be a stan or you want to be a religious follower or a religious fan of the artist's music, also have some common sense. Because you are following them for the product, not entirely for the personality.
Yeah.
So you
that's
have people,
because a lot of the artists don't work on developing the personality. They are focused on developing only the product. And for the product, you have two consumers. You have the passive listener who listens when the music is available and is not concerned or anything beyond that.
Right.
Jay Foley, for example, is a very passive music listener. Apart from Asha, which he makes sure to tell you that Asha, he likes
Joe Thomas and R. Kelly.
Exactly.
Yes.
Everything else, we have to tell Jay that, have you heard this? Have you heard that? Jay is not following people and setting
And Rick
notifications. It is okay.
And Jay-Z.
It's okay.
Maybach music.
Yeah.
You understand?
Freemason.
Jay Foley is not.
Freelance.
Jay Foley is not
Freelance,
setting notifications. He's not setting notifications under artist post. Jay Foley is not memorizing tour dates. Jay Foley is not seeing where merchandise is to go and buy it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Jay Foley is a passive music lover. When the good music is available.
Yes. Big contracts, big contractors. Build pyramids. Period. We masters.
Charlie, what's up?
Bro,
Yeah, my country is a drugs. Yeah, poor. No, be an idiot. Why people like doing the drugs in the morning?
All white neighborhoods.
What's up?
Wow.
Bro, please, go
Rose.
ahead. So
I'm a die-hard rosary.
Okay.
Yeah, Rosary. Rosary.
Okay.
But you take Shatawale. Shatawale has built a solid fan base that loves his music and loves his personality.
Yes.
So Shatta can come on Instagram Live and pull more Instagram Live views than somebody in show.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand? Because now he's an entertainer as well.
Yeah.
Shatta's personality knows that when Shatta is coming to this radio station, even if Shatta no come give freestyle surfing, come on, the personality alone is drawing in.
Yeah.
But there are other artists that is just about the music.
Yeah.
If it's not a new release, if it's not a new song that has blown, they are coming to talk
offline
about.
activations are poor.
Chema on the radio station are beans. There's plenty like that.
Yeah.
And that is what it is. Kanye and Shatta, mirror image.
Yeah.
Because Kanye can go off personality.
Right.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah.
Rihanna is an artist that tries to channel the girl next door for relatability. So that a lot of women can connect with her.
Yeah.
The difference between Rihanna and Beyonce is that Beyonce has elevated. Beyonce is not at your next door. You are poor.
Right.
You don't have money to be at Beyonce's next door.
Yeah.
How dare you? Beyonce is at your witch next door. But Rihanna carries herself like you could open your gate
And I'm there.
and Rihanna this.
Yeah.
So that's why boys and girls love that persona
Yeah.
of Rihanna. So 6 years she went missing. We didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Rihanna was gone for 6. People haven't had 6-year careers.
Yeah.
Right? And Rihanna went missing for 6 years and nobody was tripping about it.
Yeah.
Got married, got pregnant, popped out kids. Nobody was complaining about it. Let Beyonce go missing for 6 months. And we are not getting music, we are not getting tours. What do you know about Beyonce's personality? Her life. Beyonce barely does interviews. Beyonce is barely on talk shows. Beyonce doesn't tell us her business. Beyonce isn't being goofy and playing around. So apart from the music and the concept,
you don't think withholding, some of these things like you're saying. There are some artists also in Ghana who barely do interviews. We could take Sarknatives. Rarely do you see Sarknatives hopping from one media house to another. Unless of course he's looking to promote something or maybe a random interview. You don't think that also adds to that premium premium element of their product in a
they're
sense
trying
that
to ride
the
out.
moment they go on these platforms,
You see,
And I think
Fair
fan
enough.
armies now have now gone beyond just your music. They want to be
Yeah. They
want
hooked
to
onto
be
your
interact-
personality.
exactly.
They, want
There
to,
was a
they want
time-
to know you. They want to act. They want to be in your life.
Yeah.
So when you don't get, that's how come Beyonce, if she doesn't drop new music, it's going to be a problem.
yeah,
Because,
you keep asking.
you know,
And you're not going to see her
or
unless you
tours,
go to
yes.
a tour.
yeah.
But you see,
And let me tell you what it is.
Giving you an offline activity.
Exactly.
Rihanna
You
is.
see what you
Rihanna is
said.
on Twitter. Sometimes
That's exactly
she's
what I
tweeting
was gonna
something.
say.
She's on Instagram. Sometimes she'll share something. Look at what she's doing with ASAP.
Her husband.
The husband, ASAP Rocky, right? When they went to
Pharrell show.
Barbados. No, when they went to Barbados, and the baby thing went to Pharrell's show. All these things definitely are engineered to have conversations for
She's
the
showing
baby
you the
army to talk
human
about.
side.
But Beyonce,
Oh, no.
hell no.
Beyonce comes-
If she's only on
Let
social
me show
media
you-
promoting something.
exactly.
That's it.
And people love it for that.
Beyonce came from Motown upbringing. Beyonce's dad and mom, right, raised there or started out the brand with the notion that scarcity breeds value. So you can't be everywhere, right? And that's great. But the world somewhere in the middle of the 2000s flipped around, where being everywhere was now valuable.
Yeah.
That's why we are all rushing to thread and spill and truth, because we want to be everywhere. But by that time, Beyonce had created a brand that was so exclusive. It was a Rolls Royce brand.
Yeah.
That Beyonce is not now going to Kim K herself, right? Kim K buys food, we see it. Her kitchen, we see it. Kanye got a sink, she see it. She got a shoe, we see it. They got a new car, we see it. But what does Kim K do? All we do is it's just something.
Personality.
What does Kim K do? The personality is the product.
But she's hot.
So don't mess with my mental, my brother. Let me talk.
Kim K is hot. You know what she's selling? She's selling her sexual
Sex appeal,
appeal
yeah.
or sex appeal. She's selling her products.
Yes.
She's using Keeping Up the Kardashians as another offline activity.
Why? That's
to
why
keep
when,
it going.
even though she went
She's
to law
even
school,
using
nobody
her laws.
cares.
No, people care actually.
Let me tell you something. let me tell you something. The reason why when Kim K said she was going to law school, do you see the backlash?
Yes.
Do you see the trolls, the jokes, the insults, the
yes,
doubts?
yes.
Because Kim K has never presented herself as
that
an
type.
intellectual.
Yeah.
Yes to Christo Dim. This woman's career popped off from a porn video.
Yes, sex tape.
This woman made a sex tape. Her family, her parents decided to use this. What can we do with this embarrassing moment of our child's life? Let's start a brand. That is where the brand started from. And for a good decade, that's what we've been knowing. That this girl will sell everything. If somebody will sell their most intimate thing as their first product, then season 2, dear, wow. So we've been following.
You delete them.
I delete them, bro. 6 gig. 6 gig. Oh, that day to the way I perform. 6 gig.
Serious.
Oh man.
It's still out there.
You get what I'm saying? Which one, bro? On your case, and Kim Kardashian. If you go to the police station and say yes, choose your lawyers. choose your lawyers, and they are mentioning lawyers are, and then Kim Kardashian's picture, and you go choose.
People may not follow Kim Kardashian for being an
She's about to get 0 cases. Nobody.
No, I'm coming. I'm saying people will not follow. People will not follow Kim.
You want to go to trial with Kim Kardashian?
Listen, people will not follow Kim for being an intellectual, quote unquote, but they will follow her for a business argument.
People will follow her to see if the business acumen works.
But it's working.
No, hear me out.
Why do you think she decided to free some black people?
Oh, anybody can do that.
Buy her points.
Yes, okay, she's doing that.
So
but anybody
it's a way of still staying on brand.
Petitioning the.
It's a way to still stay on brand and say, look, I can turn my mess into a message.
No, what I'm saying is that, and the offer, sorry, bro. What I'm saying is that Kim Kardashian's brand has been on. Let's find what else we can do to keep the pot stirring. So if it is breaking hearts, popping out kids, family drama.
What do you mean by popping out kids, man? You just pop out kids.
You know what I mean? They had what? They had like 5 kids in 3 years or something.
Oh, yeah, and I think they had also surrogates too.
And adopted some ad. Is that popping? Yeah. That's not popping.
I was quite surprised when that happened.
That's not popping out kids.
Very short time.
No, they had 4 kids in 3 years, and then they adopted some. She has surrogates. Yeah. Do you know how much somebody needs kids in their life to multiple surrogates while popping some out?
The business must run.
The business must run. They need to give us things to talk about. Yeah. And they knew that when their mom, the genius, decided to put them on a reality show. She was like, okay, every time my girls do something, it's in the news. So how can we keep them in the news consistently? Let's have a reality show. Of that reality show, let's do everything that we need to do. Mm-hmm. So their life, their husbands, their boyfriends, their relationships break up. That's what we are watching. Mm-hmm. We are being voyeurs. We are looking into somebody's life, and we are watching that reality show. So Kim Kardashian is a reality star. She's a socialite. It's totally different. But when she starts to go on this tangent that she wants to be a lawyer, that's when everybody's red flag pops up. That, okay, you are not Jordan B. Peterson.
You can't save me.
You are not Andrew Tate. You understand? You have never come on, you are not Vuzi Tembokwayo. You've never come anywhere and addressed any quote-unquote proper sensible issue. Yeah. Or there's now been a social cause.
Experience.
Bro, people have died. People have died. There have been massacres, protests, riots. You've not used your billions of followers to come and say, oh, stop black on black crime. Or this is what I think about George Floyd's death. Oh, yeah, be that. They're out of nowhere. I want to be a lawyer. Oh, hi. Be like your friend, they ride bicycle 10 years. He come now. He say, be F1 rally driver. In first car, he gets the rally driver.
He gets some experience.
Bro, the first thing you go tell your friend is say, bro, this is no Buzanga.
But you see,
you understand? She's known for something, and we love her for that.
Yeah, but you see,
it's like Usain Bolt. What sports did Usain Bolt go and play?
Football.
Who cared?
I did.
Sweetheart, who cared?
I did.
Did you ever care?
I never cared.
Did you go and check ever? Did you ever? She said she didn't even know. But you know who Usain Bolt is? What do you know him for?
He's from Jamaica. He's a runner.
Very good.
Yeah, that's what he
right
for.
So that is it. He himself went there. He saw that thing. Nobody remind me. He stopped.
Bro.
Shaq went to play golf after Shaq, Jordan. They all went to play other sports after their main whatever. Nobody cared. All the money.
Let's come back home.
All the press.
Let's come back home to Asamajan and tennis, for example,
and music as well.
And music. People know him for football, so that's what
Asamajan was able to combine both music and football as the brand Asamajan.
Yes,
because he got hits for this.
Yes, he got hits for this. Yeah.
So people won't necessarily resonate. So I mean, so the fans definitely. I mean, at the end of the day, the fans play a major role in your.
Asamajan's music reputation was only a lead reputation in Ghana. If we were walking in the streets of Spain and you said Asamajan, nobody would tell you musician.
That's what we are talking about.
Nobody would say musician.
That's when we get into the conversation of globalization. But I'm talking about down here, because obviously
you can't look in 2 bottles at once, bro. You cannot. You can't.
No, it's because the world has become a global village, so it becomes difficult to do that.
Take priority.
No, I'm saying that in as much as we think that that particular bottle will take priority, right? I am seeing it from how early the artist is able to take advantage of his early commercial success to do other things. I think sometimes they leave it too late. Like at the follow you go Cantamanto. I know the bus.
Where we pass.
The bus they go Cantamanto. They use the same road. All of a sudden they head towards a Tema station or they head towards Ashali Boche.
Follow who know updated road.
Bruh, we'll get to that later. But I'm just saying that I sat in the bus. I sat in the
You
trotro
know,
because
you're
the
expecting
trotro
a destination
exactly.
and a route,
so
and then something else.
Unless
is
of course
happening.
you tell me, oh, Accra, Circle, you know, like you see when you go to these stations, right? You hear the mates shouting 3 things, sometimes 2 things. Oh, Madina, Ashalibochu Adenta, Madina, Ashalibochu Adenta. What that means is, whilst you are coming to step into the trotro, you are coming to sit in the trotro, you know that they will go through Madina, they'll go to Ashalibochu, they'll go through Adenta, or they get to Adenta. But sometimes some of the mates don't even tell you. They just go Adenta. In your mind, you are going to Adenta. If you know the road, you know that we'll go to Madina, Ashalibochu. But sometimes they don't even use Madina, Ashalibochu. They can use maybe N1. Did you get what I'm saying?
You see the way Jay is lost. He doesn't know about trotro.
That's true though.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I have something else brewing in my mind.
That is how I feel.
Olele
That is-
saying.
that's how I
don't
feel.
get
Like,
it. Yeah, what's that?
Trotro and Adenta and Medina. Like, oh, like, I just want to sit in my car. Like, what's
that's how
going
I
on?
feel like some of the artists have done to their fan bases, right? You are going in this direction, and we are joining you on this direction. The next thing we know, we wake up in the morning, you say, no, you are not going to this direction again. You've joined another GP out to you.
Yeah.
You are going in a different direction, right? So if you say we are being entitled, I beg to differ, because we need to respect each other, right? I honor you the respect, or I give the respect as an
The
artist.
thing you are saying carries entitlement.
No,
we
it's
need
not.
to respect
No,
each
no,
other.
it's not. It's not.
If you
Because
will
see,
not fan me, bro,
somebody else will fan me, eh?
somebody else will fan me.
But the person,
And
see,
you
the
cannot
person waited for the
see
thing
that.
to cook. Listen,
Oh, boss, Omar,
See,
Omar, 999.
listen,
Jessica.
the person waited. whoever, look, bro, you know that even fan bases are very contagious, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can be maybe a Beam native, right?
And then I'm
there's some, maybe okay, I can be an SM fan since you want to gatekeep that. I can be an SM fan, right? And Jay Foley may not be an SM fan.
That's a lie. He's an SM fan.
For example, I beg you, please. I can just call Jay Foley and say, bro,
He has a
listen to
tattoo.
this music, listen to this song from Shatawale, and Jay will fall in love with that. Guess what? That is me winning the soul to Shatawale's.
One, you're better what
Say
Spotify.
Say that.
You get what I'm saying? So even as a fan, that's the power I have. I'm able to grow.
The entitlement
I'm
is
able
that-
to grow within. So
I
if I
agree.
say that, bro, I introduced Jay Foley to a Shatawale music, and to Shatawale decide to do gospel, and Jay Foley is shocked. They're like, bro, okay, no, your gospel says here, and yet something new.
Does him doing gospel delete all the old things you can listen to?
Oh, for
hear me,
let me give you
they are beating me,
an
HR.
example, bro. Let me give you an
HR, they are
example.
beating
Let me
me.
give you an example. Ofrea Ponsa. What do we know of Ofrea Ponsa?
Oh, why?
When Ofrea
Why?
Ponsa decided
Honey.
to go and do gospel or even become a preacher, what happened?
We heard the first lyrics. We didn't believe the gospel. That's what happened.
No,
That's
I'm
what I'm
asking
trying to say.
you a
That
question.
I'm literally not playing. Based on the lyrics, the content, the persona that Oforian Ponsan had built and shared, it was very worldly,
That is
sexual,
what I'm saying.
and
He
that's what I'm
lost-
saying. That when
he
people
lost the
change
love of the fans, but when he
into
came back,
Obo first one, Embo.
no, but when he came back to do the songs or to be the Ofera Ponsa we knew him to be, what happened? People came
let
back
me
and
ask
they
you guys.
enjoyed
I
him.
mean, I've listened quietly, and let me take us to another space. So
Let me just the
Oforian
trotro. So
Ponsa-
the trotro is a bus, right? It takes people within the city.
Thank you very
It's
much.
a
I
commercial-
didn't have
it's a
an idea. So
commercial
Oforian Ponsa, which artist took over after Oforian Ponsa in terms of high life?
Wow, that'll be
Or what?
like in the same time.
Well,
Media
yeah.
play or
Media play or what?
Kwabena.
Was it Kwame Kwabena?
It could be Kobna, it could be Akwabwa.
I think Kwabena was the biggest of that set. I might be wrong.
I want us to look at,
I'm
and
not
well,
really big
that's
on
just
that-
one
on that.
one side. Let's look at other artists. I want us to look at fan migration.
Okay.
And
Like Porton.
yes, fan porting, fan migration, because that also that's also feeds into what happens if the fan puts out a request to their artist and they consistently don't seem to get it. And do they migrate to the next nearest lookalike artist lookalike, or there's loyalty for me to say I'm sticking with you all through regardless.
I think that also answers your question.
And
of
which
who
artists have
stand-
we experienced fan migration with?
Wow, that would be difficult because we may not have data to back that, right?
I don't think fans.
Well,
migrate.
in terms of
But fans
I
actually do
think
migrate.
You see,
Don't you
it's
have
not-
friends
I
who
don't
tell
think
us,
it's-
I used to
the
listen to
reason
this
why
guy's music, but I don't listen to it
the
anymore.
reason why I say I don't think fans migrate is because fans are not unilateral. Fans, one per fan has 10, 15 artists that they're listening to, even fans are even overwhelmed. Let's start. Right?
I'm an R. Kelly fan, but that doesn't stop me from listening to
Usher,
yes,
Tyrese, everybody. That's what I'm saying. That,
but I'm a strong R. Kelly fan.
And now that R. Kelly is not socially acceptable to play loud at
volume,
volume,
you still listen to his music?
You still listen to his music if you want to.
I'm a diehard fan of R. Kelly.
Yes.
So even that's when it will come. I mean, when you're done, we'll come to separating the product from the personality, right? Because people also lose their fan bases not because they were not giving them the product they like, but because they are external.
You can't make nice music and urinate on girls.
How come? It's like, no.
Oh, but that's R. Kelly's story. Why?
Bro, I know, but
so let's tell the truth.
No, calm down.
Baby, come down. Come down.
But go ahead. We'll come to that later. But go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that
I know you.
Yeah. They go wherever they like. So him being a Sarknatives fan doesn't mean he's not a Stonebwoy fan already, or he's not a Shatta fan already, or he doesn't listen to it. It's about the degree to which he consumes this music.
If you stop me, the same concert on the same day. If Sarknatives and Stonebwoy are having a concert on the same day.
When we sat here,
which is happening,
and we sat here and we spoke about it, and we had people here and whatever, and the consensus was that somebody rushes to a Sark, finishes, and that's what rushes to a Stone, finishes, goes to a club.
She's not a fan of it.
You understand? Those are the fans.
she's not a diehard fan of it.
We who are looking for passive entertainment.
But we
who are listening for passive entertainment.
We have fans who have duality in their diehardness, right?
Bro.
You can be a diehard Sark fan, and you can be a diehard Stonebwoy fan.
Me, I like United, I like Chelsea, I like City, I like Barca. Depending on who they play and who they win. Yeah.
So if Chelsea and Manchester are playing, who would you support?
My TV day off.
Prior to Black Sheriff, which artists were you more would you have kowtowed to, or would you align with?
Well, Kobna.
Are you still a Kobna fan?
I'm still a Kobna fan. So because I catch myself listening to Kobna.
Now in this case, I'm seeing you having interest in two different genres, and that's different. I'm talking about in the same genre, like. Because
we are
with
all
the entrance
Stonebwoy
of
fans. We are all Shatta fans. We are all Sark fans. We are all Wendy fans.
Did we have a fan migration with Blacko and Arthur?
No.
Did we have a fan migration?
No, they are both on my playlist.
No.
I categorize them.
We get it. We are not talking about you. We are talking to the eyes.
I know what I'm saying, please.
I'm saying that,
sweetie, Kwesi Arthur and Black Sheriff, they bring a message that's kind of universal, and what the message does is it gives the listener a certain kind of experience. Okay, if you want to be hear me out.
For me, I want to kill some fire.
If you want to be like vimmed up and encouraged and have like a positive outlook, right? You listen to people like Kwesi Arthur, Black Sheriff, Sarknatives. Sarknatives.
No, seriously, hold on. I'm not talking about. Look, let me categorize.
What I'm saying is that when the fan is
the fan levels, there is the new entrants. Don't mind the new entrants. I'm now deciding whether I like you or not. Then the middle ones who have taken a bold step into your music and your
Netflix
personality. Yeah, they are with you, and then there are the extremists. They are the crazy ones. Regardless, they are the diehard.
Let me check your WhatsApp.
Whether you, even if you like whatever you did to whatever, they look beyond that. I'm a diehard R. Kelly fan. I hate what he did, but I will not stop listening to his music or supporting his craft. And I wish he'll be out tomorrow. We forgive him and we move on. To err is human, to forgive is divine. But I don't stand for what he did. Okay, so I'm a diehard R. Kelly fan. I know R. Kelly's. Pardon me, his SHIT in and out. His music, I sing it back to back. I know his albums, his release dates.
We all sing it. We all sang it.
I know that. Good. Now, I'm back to Kwesi Arthur and Black
Sheriff and Sarknatives and co.
So, Kwesi Arthur and Black Sheriff are they're rappers, real good rappers. Kwesi, Black Sheriff does a bit more of his singing in his stuff, but you can tell they are all within the same, roughly within the same space, commanding the same kind of audience, even possibly age bracket. Understand? There's a lot of massive love from the Gen Z to both artists. Kwesi came with his T-shirt off, redefined how I should look like, resonated with the streets. At the same time, he had this DB to his craft. The boys liked him, the girls felt he was crazy, they liked the way he is, his hairstyle, all those things. So there were different categories of the fans.
If you also liked him.
It's real. So now I'm talking fan migration when Kwesi Arthur was not maybe he wasn't getting hits as compared to what he was, getting before. Maybe the songs were still going far, but of course there was less attention from the fans, and everybody started suddenly looking at Black Sheriff. Even though it was a period where there was Kofi Jamar and Yao Tog, and that also transition between Blacko and Kwesi Arthur. They were also there in the mix somewhere. Was there a fan migration? And I'm talking that average, the middle belt. Was there a fan migration from Kwesi? Oh wait, Kofi Jamar. Oh wait, Yao Tog. Oh wait, Asaka Boys.
You know what?
Oh wait, Blacko.
You know what I think?
Okay,
I said, we don't have data to back some of these things. But what I think
but we don't have data, but we clearly can see that.
Yes, but I'm saying that one of the
metrics
we use, one of the metrics we use is when the artist exposes the influence or their mentors or people they look up to, and the kind of music they do and what they want to do to follow in their footsteps. So, for example, right, there was Samini and there was Stonebwoy, right? Now, Samini fans who have followed Samini for years, right, got introduced to Stonebwoy, not necessarily through a single by Stonebwoy, but because Samini more or less projected Stonebwoy in a particular light, right? So he gives him at least a leap forward, right? Now, you at the time, you are a fan of Samini music, and then you are listening to Stonebwoy at the same time, right? So at that point in time, you've not just fully migrated, you've just put your one foot in to listen to Stonebwoy's music. Now, Stonebwoy gives you a reason to believe in him and gives you a reason to see him take the music to the next level, right? So when Samini decides to take a pause on music, right, he's not just taking a pause on music, he's left you with another brand that can continue in his footsteps. So all things being equal, when we hear or we talk about Stonebwoy, one of the things we talk about is the fact that Stonebwoy is an amazing live performer. Why? Because but once upon a time, when it comes to the conversation of live performances, who was the name that came to mind? Samini. So fans have not just migrated from Samini to Stonebwoy because of music. They've migrated from Samini to Stonebwoy because Stonebwoy has an element of a craft that they use to know. And he is now constantly doing it. Because Samini obviously has gotten to OG status. The same thing with Kofi Kenata. The same thing with Sarknatives and Strongman. Typical example. Why? Because people could see Sark in Strongman, right? So when Strongman was under the care of Sarknatives, right? People were not only relating, and I use the keyword only relating. They were not only relating to Strongman because it was Strongman the brand. It was because there was some kind of endorsement coming from exactly. So the fan was able to love.
So is that a reason why artists don't like to, sign artists? Because
this is just one metric. I'm not saying that it's the defining metric. I mean, it's just one. It's just one metric.
We have seen how sub artists have gained recognition from main artists.
Yes,
and
you can say that for Jay-Z and Rihanna and Kanye and all that.
I feel like we missed something. Before the person becomes the fan of an artist, most people are at large fans of the genre.
That's one, yeah.
And we forget that people stay more loyal to the genre than the artist. Yeah. Because once you're a reggae fan, you know everybody in the reggae ecosystem. And based on how the individual players are maneuvering their brands, your like and engagement changes. So, like you're saying, our dancehall scene, people who were dancehall fans, reggae dancehall fans, were the first to fall in love with Samini, Episode, Stone, Shatta, you name them. The dancehall reggae fraternity, the fan base within that genre, fell in love with all these guys. And it will surprise you that if you were doing a reggae concert and you put all of these people on, you'd sell out probably more than the pop concerts we've been having now.
Right.
But depending on how these individuals, Samini, Episode, Shatta, Stone, play their cards, people can be more deliberate about interacting with this person over that person over this person because of how they are operating within the genre. But ultimately, once the person is still a fan of the genre, they will still, to an extent, care about an artist. Various elements come to play. This morning, Jay Foley and I were jamming to Redman and Method Man's The Rock Wilder.
Yeah.
That's because we are fans of hip hop and rap as a genre. So despite the fact that these people haven't put out anything in a decade, it doesn't matter. Any moment they pop their head up, our fandom automatically
listen to them.
activates. You get it? So I can't now say that because Method Man hasn't released anything in a while, I'm not as big a Method Man fan as I am a J. Cole because J. Cole is releasing. I'm probably even a bigger Method Man fan. But because J. Cole is active, I am actively engaging with him.
With the genre through J. Cole.
Exactly. But should Method Man drop an album now, and I had to choose a Method Man concert or a J. Cole concert, then the dilemma would.
So bring it home. So if Samini is having a concert, and Stonebwoy is also having a concert the same day, right? Although the fans of Samini may have found a new home, quote unquote, with Stonebwoy, right? If that day comes, you see fans going to a Samini concert than going to a Stonebwoy concert?
No, I'm saying that it depends on the track record of how they've been consistent and engaging.
Right.
If Samini, right, has been doing more of brand building, going to school, getting his governance conversations on, doing his agribusiness, showing the CEO side of himself, right? And that has been the mainstay for the past 2-3 years. Then a concert might not be the right manifestation or activation for his fan base compared to a Stonebwoy who has been on the music trail back to back for the last 5 years. Albums, concerts, tours, record label, blah blah blah. So that's apples and oranges, so we can't compare that. But what I'm saying is that anybody who is a Ghanaian dancehall reggae fan, if Samini drops new album today, we go rush go hear him. And if based on that album they pop, he does a concert, we go rush go. You get it? But somebody can be a Samini fan today more than Shatta and Stone combined. If they love Samini, die. Right? Even though Samini know they put out as consistently or consecutively, as Stone or Shatta. People, Pastor Hubi, everybody says they're the biggest Bob Marley fan. Senior has been dead for years. Yes. Bob Marley, bro, your man no put out songs since. People they drop back to back since Bob Marley died, but people are still the biggest Bob Marley fans.
Why is that so though? Because you see,
because it's about how much you can make an impact in the genre. Eminem will always be Eminem because when he came, he punched the genre in the throat, and we'll never forget when Bob Marley came, he held reggae. When I was talking to Mojo here, we were talking about Jimmy Cliff, and he's one of the first people who has actually accepted it in a statement that he made to me. He said, Jimmy Cliff was the originator. Jimmy Cliff was there making impact, doing it on the hustle long before Bob. But when Bob came and had that amplification and got heard by the West and everything, Bob carried it. But my father, if you put Jimmy Cliff and Bob Marley there,
You take Jimmy Cliff.
Master, I heard Jimmy Cliff before I heard Bob Marley. And that's because of my dad. And that song that we all still sing, I can see clearly. If they play them now, everybody go jump. Right. And that is the power of activating the genre. Sarknatives came at a time when rapping in Cree, the last metric or milestone we had was up. I don't even think we compared Reggie to Sark or Brafo.
Sorry.
Being a pure Akan lyricist on hip hop vibes, the last milestone we had was Obrafo. Right, but Sarknatives came and has done something that Obrafo, because of the time that he blew up, could not do.
So you have fans of Obrafo now.
But if Obrafo they do concert today, if Obrafo walks into any room, they respect 1,000%. Sark himself will bow in respect of Obrafo's presence, and he does that everywhere he goes, and the conversation comes up. He gives Obrafo his flowers 1,000%, no matter how big he becomes. So if Obrafo now activates an album, an EP or whatever and wants a concert, it means that we know we'll go. We'll go in our numbers because that be our guy. So the genre for me is what
begins the genre
begins the Vandom and who made an impact
in that genre.
You understand?
That we can
when be the last time when last time me I drop music everywhere I go, please rap. Oh Charlie, you guys where you do the hip hop. Oh, that nothing.
Monday, if you go rap.
You understand? Oh, hey.
I'll go to that show.
Listen, Friday, do you have an artist performing? Say no. Say no.
Yes, it is him.
Serial is performing
so
on
as I didn't come
Friday.
on. So how did you guys do it when I didn't come on Friday?
It's being performed.
Eh?
Serious, oh. Serial, you are performing the Primo on Friday.
As I don't come Friday, how you guys do the show?
No, don't worry.
Were you able to do it?
No, Serial is performing the Primo.
I'm talking from the future. You guys could not see me on Friday. How did you do
No,
the
we
show?
could do it. No, I don't
But
think
you
so.
get what I'm saying? The genre.
No, I get it. But you see, all things being equal, in as much as it's beautiful and nice to see the fans follow the genre, right? The whole idea, the main goal is to progress the genre, to make it relevant, to make it active, right? But what we are noticing now is that the fan bases or the fan armies have become more self-destructive than, a tool of activation.
Yeah.
In a sense that they fight amongst themselves. Even this conversation of, you be Bob Marley fan past me, has created more in today's conversation, or let me bring it home, you be Sark fan past me, you be this fan past me. Like, it's the same product. Everybody's trying to prove a point that, Charlie, back then, if you say you were a Jay-Z fan, it's because maybe you know his music back left to back or left to
Now
right.
we weaponized it.
Now we weaponized it. You get me? And I'm trying to trace how
You
that
know what?
became
You know
a
what?
thing,
It
because
became a thing because of social media. And
so social media
yes,
has been that too.
because there was a point where we didn't used to brag about fans. We were just fans about being fans. We were just fans, and it was okay. But social media is all about repping something and having something to validate yourself,
how loud you can
and
be
how
for
loud
yourself.
you can be. So people live vicariously through their artists. So I remember when Sark shot his first video in SA, people who wanted to show that they have good taste, they are also refined. They also know what's good. We're amplifying it. That my guy be that your artists go SA. We know what they want because they were trying to live through him. Same thing when Dingo. Was it Mandingo? Which one was shot?
Mandingo is a distant.
No,
Shatawale,
Shatter song. What's the
Gringo.
song? Gringo. I said.
Mandingo,
It was a slip of tongue.
It was slip of tongue.
Go with.
Mandingo. Yeah, you
When
know
Gringo.
Mandingo, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking.
No,
I was thinking.
Wait. The candidate says she knows. You know Mandingo?
Yes, that's all I mess with.
What?
That's all I
No,
mess
he's
with.
talking about
Mandingo.
the porn star. You need to know that Jay Foley has a problem.
I know. That's why I thought his mind
So
went
don't be
there.
answering his questions. Let me protect you,
I thought
okay?
his mind went there.
Can I protect you?
Yes, please.
I want to protect you, my queen. This guy has a problem.
With Mandingo. Hey, do you know Mandingo?
You cannot
I
mess with
know,
Mandingo.
I-
Please don't mess with
okay.
Mandingo. You don't come to work on
For
Mandingo.
those, the question is, how
really?
come Cyril even knows who Mandingo is?
Oh
Mandingo,
no.
You see, the last time we did a talk, and Ghanaians watch a lot of this.
Oh.
Ghanaians watch
My first laptop, it was nicknamed the Pontium 2.
Listen, please, I beg you, let me do this. Congratulations on your time on
Gringo.
the show, right?
Mandingo.
Has made my morning school drop-offs less stressful. Kudos to production team and host J Lady Serial, all of us. He says, from Priscilla Nana Sewa or Sarah Priscilla, thank you very, very much. We appreciate it. Charlie, people are winning big on 590 mobile just by dialing star 959 hash, selecting the game of the day, be it Monday special or all the way to Sunday as Seda. So by like boys say, it be like say boys don't know the rundown, so make I tell you real quickly, all right? So since you play via Momo, your winnings are paid also via Momo, same day, instantly, and this kind of excitement, they make boys to talk too much. Like I'm doing now. See, make I tell you something. That your girlfriend, you won't tell, say, you win 590 mobile. Just imagine all the type of hair, clothes, bags, she could buy to sweep your account empty. Data, I know, right? Imagine if your mother gets to know, she'll give you half your winnings. She will give half your winnings to the church harvest and not even speak to the boys, speak to your boys. All the booze for town, you will pay more. I'm telling you. So Charlie, for no say something changes people. So keep your winnings on the hash. Always remember to stake responsibly, not for persons below 18 years. 590 mobile at Dawon Sem, easy peasy. So now we can tell. It says it was Pontium too.
I need to get this real quickly.
We have to wrap it up.
Just to go ahead. I need to get this real quickly for Calabash.
I mean. Anyway, so that's been our conversation on this. I wanted us to look at intra fan rivalry and then inter-fan rivalry as well, but we don't have enough time to look at that. Within the fan bases as well, the kind of conversations that happen in there. The fan bases themselves open multiple accounts. There's this, that, there's Bhimnatives, Bhimnation, Bhim Association, Bhim that, and within themselves, what kind of relationship ecosystem exists between these various fan bases? Are there conversations all about helping amplify the artists? Are they all in turn, in agreement with the artists' decisions as well? How do they work among themselves to help, amplify the artists? And then also inter-fan conversations, where when one fan is touched, how the fan bases also wake up to sort of create shield without whether the artist's actions are wrong or right, justified or unjustified. These fan bases will protect, with their lives, that whosoever dare toucheth their artists, they will come at you regardless. How does that also play in? Are artists capitalizing on this to do right or wrong? Well, that's another conversation for another day. We can't have it in 3 minutes. We'll save that Convo for another part 2 of this writing. But don't forget,
we've seen that with the DL fan army. It's crazy the way they move as though there's a clarion call, and then it's like they are coming. You dare not touch DL. You dare not talk about DL. The last time I think we talked about it, the only person who seems to have had that now, like arguably, is Shatawale. Maybe Sark, and then Stomba as well. So
whose fan armies would defend whether it be right or wrong. They will still defend with their lives.
They don't care. They don't care what. They don't care what.
And how is the artist shielded or protected? How do artists feel? Is it like they're in a womb with a lot of what do you call the thing around the womb when baby's in the womb? There's a scientific science about that biology.
The placenta.
I don't know whether it will be that.
The amniotic sac.
Yes, please. No, I want his.
But that's what we say. Amniotic sac.
Hers is better. You don't want yours, please.
Anyways, get ready for the ultimate celebration. Get ready for the ultimate celebration this September. It's the Calabash Color Festival coming to you at the Untamed Empire on Spintex Road, and of course it's a vibrant extravaganza of color, music and food that embraces diversity and cultural heritage. Join us on September 9th from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. for live performances, incredible visuals, and a culinary journey like no other. Let's celebrate life, love, and vibrant spirit of Ghana together, and don't miss out on this unforgettable event. Calabash Color Festival, where every moment is filled with magic and wonder.
Performing this weekend.
Opemu.
Opemu. In fact, on his birthday, it's Saturday.
Opemu.
Saturday.
Oh, so how did you guys do the things without me?
You just gotta show up. You just gotta show up.
You don't know me
We're
well.
waiting for
If
you.
he plays, we'll piece together all the things he said. You know how that's
Like the highlight thing.
we'll use the highlights to just mimic the lyrics of all the things. And you perform.
AI can do that.
We use AI to just create.
We'll just sample his voice.
Copywriter, let's get my check ready.
Anyway, our time is done. It's on a Thursday here. Great conversations we had so far. Doing well to tune into Culture Daily Monday to Friday, 7 to 10 a.m. Thank you so much to all the team making it happen. Back end team as well. Thank you so much. We're back here tomorrow morning again on Plus 89.9 FM and right here on 3 Music's Culture Daily. And we're out.